It is Sonic's anniversary once again, and this year I wanted to make something a little bit cooler than what I did the last 2 years. So the last 2 years I did the chili dog and the chocolate chip sundae supreme. The chocolate chip sundae supreme kind of came out a mess, but this year I wanted to make something that's kind of important to every birthday party, and that's a cake. And so today I'm going to be making the Sonic Generations cake that can be seen in the game. So to start, I'm going to need all of these ingredients. I'm going to need first the cake batter itself, the whipped cream to cover it, some food coloring to change the color of the whipping cream, and then also eggs, because that's what it's needed in the box, and water, and I have in the side vegetable oil that'll be needed. And so to start, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350, then immediately start with the cake batter, so the flour, and then water, I think it was like a cup, and then 2 eggs, and after that vegetable oil, and then all I gotta do is just start mixing from there. So once my oven was at 350, that's when I needed to put in the cake batter into my tray so it could cook. So here I just take the batter, put it into the oven, and I'm gonna leave it in there for like an hour. And after an hour it's cooked, and so all I have to do is take it out. And while taking it out, it broke on me, so it's not the worst thing. But now I'm gonna start with the second one. So same ingredients: water, eggs, oil, and I think I forget, just that. And then just start mixing again. And after I'm done mixing, I just pour it into the tray again, cook it, and finally got two cakes done already. And so my plan is to put them on top of each other and then put the whipped cream on top. But before I could do that, I need to chill them so that the whipped cream doesn't immediately melt. In order to make it look like the Sonic Generations cake, I gotta first take out the whipping cream, put food coloring on it so that I can get the right colors. So here I got 2 bit of it. First one I'm gonna add yellow. The other one I'm gonna add blue to match the Sonic head and then the ring around. So here I'm gonna put the yellow one, and then here the blue one. And I'm just gonna mix them, and hopefully that gives me a good enough color. So it gave me a good yellow, and then now I gotta just do the blue one. And so after mixing them both, that's what they both come out to. Pretty good colors, and I'm gonna use the green and red for other colors that are gonna be needed. So the cake is more of a square color or shape, so I'm gonna cut these, and I'm gonna use the sides later, but I'm gonna cut them so that they're more in a square. And it turns out I didn't really need the bottom one. It kind of broke on me, so I'm just gonna be using the top one because it looked the best one. I have the leftovers over there, and I'm probably going to use it for something else, but here's what I'm going to be using for the base. And so I'm just going to add the whipping cream on it, and I'm not very good at this, but hopefully this turns out well. So I'm just going to keep layering it on, hopefully it covers it all. And then after a bit, this is kind of what it turned out. It's not the best, but it gets the job done. And so now I kind of need to chill it. It's very warm. The cake is still kind of warm, and it's been out here a bit, so if I just freeze it, then when I add more decorations onto it, hopefully it sticks because the sides are breaking down. And yeah, so now I'm gonna need to make the yellow ring around the cake, and so I put it in a bag, technically a piping bag, so I'm just gonna dot it around, and hopefully that makes the ring. And so here's the cake. It's cold, so it should stay intact, and here I'm just gonna tap it. Hopefully it works. And after a while, that's what it turned out. It's not that bad. It's not what I wanted, but it looks good enough for what it needs to be. And so now I just gotta add the Sonic's head onto it. So I'm gonna transfer the blue one into a bag, like the same thing. And this was my first idea. I was gonna just put it in there, dot it around, and yeah, see how that goes. And after a while, I ended up using a piece of paper. It just helped mark around what I needed to do. But the bag was not working as well, so instead I used this, because you see the bag has a big hole. So the stick was working better. It's like a pencil kind of, just tap it in, go around, and it was working well for me. And so now that's really all I have to do. And that's what it's turning out. That's like almost finished. Now I just gotta add the eyes color around it as well. And that's almost there. It's getting there. Just gotta add a bit more. It's getting a bit messy as well. But yeah, just fill it up a bit more and I should be good to go. And that's it. Basically just filled completely with the blue. And so, you know, that kind of looks like a Sonic head. It's a little weird, but it works. It looks good. So now I just gotta make the rest of the colors with the green and red, and then add some stars around. And here are the green and red, or well, it's supposed to be pink, but it's close enough. So I'm just gonna add those to the side using the same method, and then I'm gonna use the leftover cake pieces to make the stars at the back. And yeah, alright, so that's after filling it in with the different colors. And now all that's left to do is just make the bread into stars, and that should finish the cake. And my first plan of making the stars were to just kind of like break apart the cake and then like reform them into a star. But then I had a better idea, which was just to cut around it with this knife and hopefully make a star. And that's what it turned out looking. It's not the best, but I mean, 5 points, looks like a star. So just gonna add it right here next to these green pieces with the darker side facing forward. And right there, that kind of looks like a star. Fits, it's good. And now I'm gonna add one to the right and left, which they're gonna be have to be different colored ones. So as you see, it's a lighter side in the back and then a darker side in the front. So what I'm gonna end up using is just using the back side for when I put it facing towards the camera. So after cutting it, this is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna have to place it on with the lighter side facing forwards. And I'm just gonna add this one to the left. And to finish the cake, all I have to do is add another one to the right. So here's the star I made from the leftover pieces. And I'm just gonna put it right here facing with the lighter side facing towards the front. And there we go, that fits it. And that should basically complete the cake. That's the Sonic Generations cake. Well, happy birthday to Sonic the Hedgehog. And there's the third food item I've made in this channel. And I don't know what to say, just happy 32nd anniversary.